as I continue this right here, this is what I want to address. So I call this the wicked sticky because it's a touchy subject among women. Well, some women. So I attended my 30th high school reunion a couple of years ago. And, you know, you're mingling, you're talking to people, catching up with classmates, all that good stuff. And a classmate of mine, we were talking, and she seemed to be very taken back that I was not married, or had never been married. And it was really weird because she almost seemed offended by it. Never mind the fact that she had been married and divorced twice, but the fact that I had never been was more tragic. Why is that? How is it that being divorced is better than being single? Because when you look at it, you're still single. If you're divorced, you're single. Interesting thought that in some people's mind, singlehood means somehow that there is maybe something wrong with you, or oh my gosh, that, you know, you're a spinster. Like, how come you haven't gotten a guy to marry you, or something like that? What? Then there's the other thing, like, okay, how come she don't have nobody? Seriously? Seriously? First off, I never want to be in any type of relationship where I gotta get the guy to marry me. That's just crazy. And then second, why do people tend to think that if you're single, that means that you are alone? I guess maybe because the word single means one. I have friends that are married, unmarried, never been married, divorced. But sadly, her thinking was, and sometimes it's the thought of many, and I'm not going to say women, I mean many people in general, that if you've never been married, then something is wrong with you. I had a friend, and throughout our friendship, she would make rude remarks about women in their 40s getting married for the first time and starting a family. Never mind the fact that I was in my 40s at this time while she's talking all this. And so when I would talk about getting married, she would like roll her eyes and sigh. And I would be like, what is all that for? And she would do it, you know, repeatedly through, you know, out our friendship. You know, when I would mention it sometimes, and it would be this whole thing. Okay, what is it? Am I too ugly, too fat, too old to get married? What is it that makes you roll your eyes in an attitude of like, oh, yeah, right? I straight out asked her, and I'm like, okay, are you judging? Because, oh no, Miss Thing, now when you got knocked up by your live-in boyfriend and 5 years after the twins were born, you get married. You can't judge. Because what got you to the altar was no fairy tale. Ah, please. Unmarried women of 40, stand tall, girl. You are a queen. Unmarried women of 50, you are beauty and wisdom magnified. Work it. Whether you are 25 or 45, don't let anyone make you feel less than because you are not married. You are awesome in your own right. Being single is not a death sentence at any age. Oh yeah, I dated a guy once who was so fixated on what and where he should be at a particular time in his life because of his age That one time we were going out, I went over to his place. I found him crying on his couch because he didn't have a computer. He was 32 years old at the time. And because most of his friends his age had houses or condos, I'm having flashbacks about it now. He got himself so riled up, it put him in a funk for days. You know, we get so concerned about appearances that we often miss the bigger picture. His remedy for the situation was to try and keep up with them and live like they were living. Okay, it was a hot mess. So he went out and he bought a condo and he bought a new SUV and he bought a computer and acquired a mess load of debt. We were together 4 years and broke up a year after his crying episode. I told him, look, you have an awesome apartment here at the marina. You drive a great car. Go ahead and get your computer and wait on the other two. I mean, you're not even thinking about the fact of the careers that you're comparing yourself to, that they have, that you don't, which has allowed them to be able to buy their condos and houses at that particular moment in their lives. But he insisted. I'll just say that it didn't fare well at the end. 7 years later, I found out he had to sell the condo and move in with his girlfriend. You know, it's really sad to me when people compare themselves to others and then dismiss themselves. I get it because I used to do it. I remember when I turned 30, I asked a coworker the most ridiculous, stupidest question ever. This is what I asked him. At 30 years old, how much money should I have in the bank? That is exactly how I phrased it. That is exactly what I said. I did. Seriously. You know, no forum question of the week this time. I'm going to let you sit on the idiotic nature of that question. You know, a person can just as easily be broke, brokenhearted, homeless, single, jobless at 20 as they can be at 40. A person can be financially wealthy, have the greatest career, married with kids, surrounded by the best material things money can buy. I'm talking houses and cars, whatever it may be, at 50 as they could be at 30. Age does not determine your place in the economy. Age does not have a say in how you should be living. Age does not dictate your love life. Age is not the end all that is all. Your age is the number of years you have graced this earth. And as that number grows, what an honor. Thanks for watching. Remember, much love, more peace. Hey, don't forget to get your pets spayed or neutered. Stop texting and driving. Come on. The life you save could be your own. And if you're going out drinking, bring a designated driver. You are too blessed to lose.